Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. Yeah, I'm streaming live on YouTube. How often does that happen? Never. Why? Because I just don't. I don't know. But okay, here's why though. Because I got Facebook banned from going. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share this and share this on my Facebook because I was banned. And then after that, I got 2 viewers. Hello, viewers. Welcome. You can wave, say something in the chat. You're more than welcome to. Right now, my internet's just acting kind of weird. But I'm just trying to see what is going on. Hello. I'm on YouTube right now. I was going to share the link onto Facebook. Because I don't know what's going on. But I got 2 peeps in here with me. I don't know who they are. Or why are you even here, guys? Am I just hilarious? Or is it the beard? What is it? What are you looking for? What is it you need? Oh, here we go. Okay, so I'm just going to share this. Sorry. I'm just trying to overrule Facebook. That's the whole point. It's a game. It's a game for your mind. It's a game for all of our minds. All right, here we go. On Facebook, on YouTube live right now. Join me. Okay. Boom, posted. So if they get this, get there, get over here. In their underwear, it doesn't matter. They're home. They're not here. So what are we doing? What's going on? I'm going to rush into a couple things. Well, first of all, let's go back. Let's go back here, right? I had issues going live on Facebook before. It was, what, a week ago, right? A week ago, Facebook didn't want me to go live. They wouldn't let me tag people. They didn't give me a reason a week ago. They just said, we don't want you to misuse Facebook, so you can't tag anybody in your video. Then they switched my video to private to where only I can watch. And then I restarted a new one, and they were like, no, ain't happening. You're just not going to, no one's going to see your stuff. So I kind of got shadow banned. Then someone was being Nazi. It wasn't even like to a person. It was in a discussion. I was saying they're being Nazis. And so I made a GIF, or I didn't make it. It was a GIF of Hitler. Like, Einschweitz, Nazi Hitler. I was like, they're being Nazis. Put the GIF in. Well, I got red flagged for that twice yesterday. The first one said, you can't, what was it? It won't pop up again. I can't find it. First one was like, oh, you can't advertise for 30 days. Then the second one, I guess, apparently happened also, was you can't go live for 30 days. So in one day with one post, I got 2 warnings. And what they say that third's the charm, right? You're banned off Facebook, or is that only 30 days? You're only 30-day banned. I don't know. Anyway, so I wanted to get into something kind of dangerous for us Americans. I had a friend, old Dustin Rodriguez, and I need to credit him with this for sharing it. He's the one that found it, and I think it should just be easy that way, right? It's what friends do. Okay. Let me tag him. Dustin Rodriguez. He's we're similar, as in we'll read and look up a lot of crazy stuff. Doesn't mean we accept it all, just means we are open to actually reading and maybe not, we don't just deny something just because it sounds weird. We'll say that, right? We're not against anybody asking questions. So, all right. But he shared this from the CDC. Okay. This is talking about, I'm going to do some reading here. So the title is Interim Operational Considerations for Implementing the Shielding Approach to Prevent COVID-19 Infections in Humanitarian Settings. So for one, they're still acting like COVID-19 is just this horrible, awful Ebola killer. For two, this is the word we're looking at, shielding approach. I'm not going to read the whole article because it's, kind of long. I don't want to bore you, but I'm going to read a piece of it and talk about it. Now I'll begin reading. What is the shielding approach? The shielding approach aims to reduce the number of severe COVID-19 cases by limiting contact between individuals at higher risk of developing severe disease and the general population, low risk. High risk individuals would be temporarily, they didn't put it, sorry, I shouldn't use quotes. I'll use quotes when they use quotes. High risk individuals would be temporarily relocated to safe or green zones established at the household, neighborhood, camp/sector, or community level, depending on the context and setting. They would have minimal contact with family members and other low-risk residents. Current evidence indicates that older adults and people of any age who have serious underlying medical conditions are at a higher risk for severe illness from COVID-19. In most humanitarian settings, older population groups make up a small percentage of the total population. For this reason, the shielding approach suggests physically separating high-risk individuals from the general population to prioritize the use of the limited available resources and to avoid implementing long-term containment measures among the general population. I'm halfway there. Let's break that down. So what they're saying is all these people that are high risk, which are people with, disease or at a higher risk to suffer from COVID-19, which it's saying most of them are elderly, obviously, right off the bat. They need to be segregated. So if you're high risk, you go away with all your other high riskies. So that way, if one of you catch it, you all die, I guess. And you stay away from the low risk, even though they're low risk. So I don't know why the risk is great. But anyway, separate them from the low risk. That way, all the low risk people can just be low risk together, and the high risk people can be high risk. This is a forced temporary move for the people that they consider high risk. In theory, shielding may serve its objective to protect high-risk populations from disease and death. However, implementation of the approach necessitates strict adherence to protocol, and you would think it would go on, just strict adherence, to protocol. I think they had more to add. They forgot. Inadvertent introduction of the virus into a green zone may result in rapid transmission among the most vulnerable populations. The approach is trying to protect. Oh, so sweet. A summary of the shielding approach described by Favas is shown in Table 1, which is in this. See guidance for the prevention of COVID-19 infections among high-risk individuals in low resource, displaced, and camp-like settings for full details. So there's a few keywords here, you guys, that they're pretty. I'm going to share this in the chat. These guys are pretty ridiculous. They are already giving you keywords, red flag words is what I'm saying. Take it back. High risk. Seniors, senior citizens, people that are can get infected easy. They can't keep a high, let's say, vitamin. The vitamins in their cells aren't built up, so that usually, like, let's say you're a normal healthy person, all those vitamins you eat and food sources, you could say, from eating correctly, being a healthful person, not a healthy, you're a healthful person, that protects the cell. So when this virus comes, it's like, nothing happens. Doesn't matter. Who cares? When you're an unhealthy person or you're not healthful, your cells are not protected. Thus, that shield has gaps in that shield, and then so that virus is like, and then it replicates, and then moves on to the next cell, and then that's how it replicates itself. It changes the DNA, and it, like, normal cell mitoses. It mitoses itself. It's the right word, right? It's been a while since I've been in biology. When it separates and duplicates itself, well, when the virus takes over that cell, it does the same thing. Anyway, in case you didn't know. So where was I going with that? Oh, okay. So high-risk people don't have that protection in their body. Low-risk people, which are the general population, do, and so they're not going to really move the low-risk people. The general population, honestly, they can't move the general population. The general population is too big, right? You got to move the weak, the people that can't stand up for themselves, mainly the elderly. Okay, let's look what they just did. This whole past year, COVID-19, how many elderly, all these deaths of people that have died from COVID-19, most of them, not all of them, it's real, but a majority of them were elderly that lived in elder homes. And guess what? They didn't go to hospitals. They locked up the homes and left them pretty much to die. They had caretakers that brought their death. A lot of these deaths, especially New York, they did the same thing. Lock them up, let them die. Let's don't get them vitamins or any antiviral medicine. Nope. You sitting there with your other old people, their grandpa, and you just die. We're just gonna lock you up. You just slowly die. Maybe suffocate on your own lung fluid. How about that? How about you like that? We're protecting the rest of the world. It's all for our protection, guys. Another red flag, okay? Says introduction of the virus into a green zone may result in rapid transmission among the most vulnerable populations. So I'm sure they're talking about, what a green zone may be to the CDC. Might be different, but I'm always thinking military terms, right? Military terms, a green zone is kind of like a safe zone. Hey, I'm going back to the green zone, right? Where there's no active participants or there's not a high number of people trying to kill you. It's not a deadly zone. So it's a green zone, right? A red zone would be a deadly zone. So they're already speaking in military terms, right? With this, what is a green and red zone? And why are there zones? Here's my question. Why are there zones for disease that only kills the already weak, right? Which everything does anyway. If you're weak, you die. It's the circle of life. Come on, man. Come on, man. We learned this from friggin' The Lion King. How long ago, right? So it's just this wording. Let's see. Any y'all talking on here? Brandon Berry, ridiculous. Absolutely. David Meeks, YouTube banned next big guy. Probably. Dot connector. A virus is a messenger between cells that a toxin is present. A virus is a messenger between cells that a toxin is present. What are you saying? Give me more of your thoughts. I think I know what you're saying, but I want to hear. It doesn't have to be a long thing, but just what are you thinking there? What are you trying to tell everyone? All right, so back to the shielding approach of the CDC, of the Nazis. Oh, you guys want to see? Let me pull it up. I'm going to show you the Nazi thing I was banned for. The Nazis. The Nazi. Oh, we're scared of Nazis because they're Nazis. Okay, here we go. This is a screenshot. I had to take it real quick. I was like, oh, what's going on here? Okay. I'll probably get banned again. I'm going to try to get it to focus. There we go. You can't go live for 29 days because I shared the GIF with Hitler in there. Because apparently, I don't know. They're scared that you might say you're a Nazi or that you're promoting it. Whatever. We knew this was coming. I knew this was coming. Back in October, I said this. I said I need to get off Facebook. You know why? Because it's a danger, or it's not a dangerous place. The purge is happening, ladies and gentlemen, and we've seen it. We all saw it. We all saw the purge, and it's beginning, and now it's hitting me. Yeah, they're picking on me. I'm not really scared. I don't care. I mean, I care. It's kind of like, hey guys, you know what? Get out of here. You can go purge someone that's worth it. You know, you can spout hate as long as it's not anti-liberal. Anything that might be anti-liberal is bad. The bad part about that is I'm not like super pro-conservative. I stem from a conservative household, but I'm not like, I don't want to be considered a conservative, liberal, Democrat, Republican. Like there's more to life and more to freedom than being a slave to either one of those two. And I say slave because it's the system we're engulfed in. We're enslaved to the systems of the United States of America. Not saying that like rise up. I'm just saying that's just vocabulary. So Facebook's still going to have an issue with me. Social media, YouTube is going to have an issue with me. I mean, I talked about this channel specifically. I talk a lot about the Bible, so I'm surprised this channel is not already banned. Maybe because I'm not really active. I'm not active enough. But somewhere along the lines in Facebook, someone saw me somehow. Like I'm not on big group chats. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get into vocal wars on NBC News over an article of people hating each other. So that's why I guess kind of like, really, who's going to red flag me? All right. Dot connector, going back to you. Only those who have too much toxins will be affected by the viruses. I haven't had a cold, flu, infection, or virus in 17 years since I started taking 9,000 milligrams of vitamin C daily. Vitamin C removes toxins. Homemade kombucha does as well. That's new to me. Whatever kombucha is, that's a lot of vitamin C. Are you taking this in just in white pill form? Because there's more expensive and there's cheaper ones. You can get the gel ones, or you can get the hard tablets. I used to take a bunch. I haven't lately. I do get cold and stuff, but I haven't had the flu or anything crazy in many years. Actually, I've had the flu since the last time I got a flu shot. So everybody swears differently. Everybody wants to listen to what they're told to do, so they go get their shots instead of taking the vitamins and staying healthful. All right. So there are different levels with the shielding. Back to the shielding. Different shelters / groups of shelters. Max 5. So they're calling these neighborhood levels. You got 10 household tops. You got camp / sector levels, which would be a group shelter, such as a school or a big place. They can shove you in a big place and lock the doors. Have y'all seen The Walking Dead? Like, this is just what I think of. It's not even a point of concentration. Everybody's like, get on the train, go to the concentration camp. They don't even have to do that. They don't have to force you, because you're going to gladly go because they say COVID-19. You're like, meh, okay, go to this shelter. Yes, sir. Whatever you say. You will keep me safe. You want me to live. You care about my life. Yeah. So, just all ridiculous. All ridiculousness. Just staring at the lady in my kitchen. But, okay, what was I next hitting on? Yeah, they're just suggestions going on. Minimize external contact. And well, that's good, because I'm about to end this. Actually, I went over the CDC shielding. So
Whatever what?
This is YouTube live.
Oh, can you talk to people?
Yeah, it has chat also. Dot connector vitamin C powder. Linus Pauling was the father of the vitamin C movement. His foundation has been curing cancer for decades. As in, I don't know. He's just spreading gravy truth over here, and I just
Only those who have too much toxins will be affected by the viruses. I haven't had a cold, flu infection or virus in 17 years since I started taking 9,000 milligram. Hey, vitamin C is good. Vitamin C and D.
And zinc, apparently. So
zinc, you just take.
I think all of
the
them.
amount. If you're taking the hydroxychloroquine, you take zinc while you're taking it, but then you don't need it anymore.
Well, doesn't zinc also prevent colds? Also, I mean, it all keeps your.
They're really only prescribing it for.
Well, it's all shielding to your body. Anyway, dot connector. Yeah. I mean, do you spend a lot? I'm guessing you throw down some cash on some vitamin C powder. That stuff's not cheap. But I guess if it's, you're actually getting nutrients your body needs. So how much do you spend going out to eat? And I guess it all comes around. Good stuff. I'm going to close this out. I'm going to go, the old ball and chain just stormed in. Just kidding. She's my beautiful wife. We all love her. She loves me too. I'm the most fantastic thing she's ever had.
Okay.
All right, signing off. Thanks for joining me. If you guys, David Meeks, I need 3 kilos of vitamins.
That's awesome.
Man, that's what I should get into also. Be a vitamin C dealer / guns. I buy a 50-pound box of vitamin C, so it's cheap. 25. You're not a salesman, are you? Like, you're being for real, right? Because I've heard these pitches before. I mean, I believe it. I'm just saying. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Hope you have a good night and keep it real. Always find the truth. This is Finding Truths TV. Saying good night, goodbye, and keep watching on Channel 33.